Did you know that three coups happened in Sierra Leone after the 1967 election when Sheikh Stephen was announced as the winner of the election for the APC political party? So let me take you through the story, how it happened and how it ended. And this is the story of what exactly happened between Sir Albert Magai, Sheikh Stephen, and also Brigadier David Lansana, the head of the army. I am Aruna Pepe Blog, the man who tells the story as it is. If you do want to get more stories like this, consider to subscribe and smash the like button. It does help a lot. So now let's jump straight to the video. In 1967, Sierra Leone was only 6 years old after gaining independence. The country was so young, the people were hopeful for a better life. But guess what? Politics was already full of tension. The prime minister at that time was Sir Albert Magai. He was the leader of the SLPP political party. He replaced his late brother Samuel Magai. Many people were not happy with him. They said that he gave more power to his own tribe, the Mende. They also accused him of so much corruption. On the other side was Sheikh Stephen, the leader of the APC political party. At first, Sheikh Stephen promised change for Sierra Leonean. He was the man who was speaking for the poor people, for the workers, and also his people from the north who felt ignored. His message was very simple: stop corruption and give everyone a fair chance. So firstly, I would like to say this is a request from one of the followers. After I made the Samuel Magai story, he asked me to do another video what happened during the 1967-1968 election in Sierra Leone. So now I'm responding to him. So this is what I want you guys to keep doing. When you have a question, leave it in the comment section. When the 1967 election came, the people voted, but the result shocked the whole nation. The APC political party won more seats than the SLPP in power, and that was the very first time for the ruling party to lose. The Governor General, Sir Henry Lightfoot Boston, he asked Sheikh Stephen to form the new government. That time, people thought that democracy had worked, and the people were also ready to pass the power from one party to another. But at that night, everything changed. The head of the army, Brigadier David Lansana, stopped everything. He said that the parliament was not complete because some of the by-elections were still pending. He eventually declared martial law, and he also gave command to his soldiers for them to arrest Sheikh Stephen. Everybody in the country was so in shock at that time. Instead of celebrating a very peaceful election, Sierra Leone woke up into a coup. The dream of democracy was broken. After the 1967 election, Sierra Leone was supposed to see peace, but instead the country entered one of its most confused times. Brigadier Lansana, the head of army, made the first move to stop Sheikh Stephen to become the prime minister. He said parliament was not ready. He declared martial law. He arrested Sheikh Stephen. So that coup was the first coup in Sierra Leone history. So the second coup also happened, but at that time, Lansana rule did not last longer. A few days later, junior army officer took over his leadership. They were led by Andrew Jackson Smith. So they decided to remove David Lansana, and they also formed their own coup, which they called the National Reformation Council, the NRC. And they promised the people of Sierra Leone that they will fix the country. But after some time, the people started seeing no progress of what they promised. Instead, anger overthrew the whole country. By April 1968, ordinary soldiers had had enough. A group of sergeants also staged another coup. So they overthrew Andrew Smith and his men. But after they overthrew, they decided to bring back Sheikh Stephen to be the prime minister of the country because he was already elected by the people. Then Sheikh Stephen was finally made as the prime minister 1 year after he had been elected. At first, Sheikh Stephen, his dream was to bring peace and unity among Sierra Leoneans. But slowly his style changed as soon as he became the prime minister. He wanted to control everything and everyone. In 1978, Sierra Leone became a one-party state. The oppositions were silenced, corruption grew stronger, the economy started to collapse. Even though the country had diamonds, roads, schools, hospitals, everything broke down. So the people of Sierra Leone started calling him as a magician, not because he brought progress to the country, but because this man found a way for him to always stay in power. So what started in 1967 was a free election turned into years of dictatorship, and the long rule of Sheikh Stephen left the country weaker than before. And that weakness opened the door for the 11 years of war we had in Sierra Leone. A question for you: do you think that Sierra Leone will be different today if Sheikh Stephen was not stopped in 1967? Let me know your thoughts in the comment section. If you do enjoy this video, don't forget to like, comment, and share so that other people will find this useful information and learn from it. And also, don't forget to follow Aruna Pepe Blog on all social media platforms, and I will definitely see you on the next video. Peace.